Okay, so let's go ahead and undo this trim effect that we just did. Control Z, which is the same as if I went up here and clicked undo. There we are. Another popular thing people would like to do is not just grab just one selection of the entire clip, but they want to get multiple selections, and that's where your multi-trim comes into play. So we're going to make sure we've clicked on the clip right here and click on multi-trim, and a familiar window opens up. There's just a little extra stuff over here on the right side, and this is our first segment, which is basically the entire clip itself. So let's go ahead and pretty much do what we just did before, and let's get this to where our groomsmen are coming in. Let's see here. That's okay. We can start there. That'll be our mark. And then we're going to bring this before we pan the audience. Let's zoom in so I can get a little finer framework here. Right to there. And zoom out, and we'll do our mark out. And now I want to go to where we see the groomsmen again, and I guess it went too far. There's the one I'm looking for right here. Let's zoom in right there, and that's going to be our mark in point for our next segment. And we're about right there somewhere, I believe, here. Right there. And our new mark out point, and now if you look up here, we have a new segment number 2. So we've got number 1 and number 2, and if I zoom back out down here, you should very easily see how they're represented. So there's our first segment there, and then there's our second segment right here, and I can pan right through it. Okay. I can also do the volume effect while I'm in this window as well, but you should know that the volume effect that I do is going to apply it to both segments. I just can't go up here and click on one of the segments and apply it only to that. It's going to actually apply it to both. Okay, so we're going to click OK, and there we go. As you can see now, what used to be one long segment is broken up into 2 segments here now. So let's bring this back over here, and let's click on movie, and let's see what we've got. There we go, they're coming up. We got rid of the crowd pan, and we're right back into them. We can do a little more, a nicer transition into them by simply going into our transition room and just grabbing a quick little fade effect to throw on there. Fade, where did it go? There it is, fade. And we'll drag it between the 2 clips here. And so now if we back this up a little bit and click on movie and then play. There we go. That looks much nicer. Okay, and one final note on this. Let's go ahead and zoom in on our timeline a little bit here so we can see a little easier. Let's say that I actually wanted to put this part of the clip after this part. So I actually want to change the order that the events actually happened. So we can grab this clip and then just move it at the end, and there you go. Now it's after it. If I go back and play, you'll see we'll change to movie mode. And you can see that the groomsmen are already lined up here. And now we have them walking up after they've been lined up. Now what also happened here, if you were paying attention, is that when I moved this clip, the transition moved with it. It was actually attached to the clip. So we can go ahead and grab that and slide it back in between and just start the movie over a little bit. Make sure we're in movie mode and click. And sure enough, there we go, right back in business. All right, let's go ahead and undo what we just did there. A couple Control Z's a few times. And there we go. Notice when I clicked off of it, the transition finally showed up for whatever reason. I guess it had it both highlighted and was kind of hiding it rather. And of course, after the fact, I can actually click on the clip here and make another little adjustment. As you can see right here, I'm actually shortening it even more. So lots of fine-tuning options we have here. Okay, little Control Z to undo. There we go. One thing I'd like to point out here is you can see the little check marks here. Those check marks are there. What those are for is they represent the fact that they have been used. Those particular media items have actually been used in the timeline. So this one doesn't have a check mark because it's currently not in use. Kind of a nice little feature.